I remember speaking to two people specifically, and it was like, "How do you feel about all this?" People are all scared and this and the third. I was like, "If I die, I die." I always tell people this, like, I'm not I'm not a super religious person, but I do have faith. And the problem that I have is I feel like a lot of people who do take that claim of religion don't truly have that faith. You know what I mean? So the way I look at it is like, it's not up to me when I go. It's not up to me how I go. It's just up to me to do my best now, to do my due diligence. So when COVID happened, I was just like, whatever happens, happens, But I did say, I was like, I feel like this is the ultimate equalizer, you know what I mean? Because everything comes to a stop. Typically, we're like in a rat race, going and going and going, trying to figure out, what we're going to do while we're in the midst of doing everything else. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, the world actually gets to stop. If you ever said to yourself, I want to do something, or I really aspire to do this, or I want a career change, that was the time to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that you had to do it. I'm just saying if that was truly like your aspiration, if that was like a burning desire within you, that was the time to do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I chose to kind of follow that path. You know what I mean? During COVID, and I proclaimed a lot of things. I had a board, I wrote on them. And one of those things is like, I want a bigger facility, I want a juice bar. And it's funny because like I was in a transitional period, because the space that I was in, I had to either decide whether I was gonna sign the lease or I was going to, leave, depart. And when I actually decided, I was deciding whether I was gonna move to another like place like right around the corner in Brooklyn, or if I was just gonna put stuff in storage and like figure it out elsewhere. And I remember I was in the apartment and I had just finished speaking to like the landlord, and I was walking out trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and then my mentor called me and he was like, come check me out in Jersey, come see me, and I was like, all right, I was like, he's like, let's have a lunch, let's talk. So I went out there and he told me his vision and he showed me some of the things that he had already done. And I left, like, we had the lunch, whatever, I left. And then like a week later, I think like the last day of my lease or something like that, he called me again, because I was like, what, I'm not going to Jersey. Like, that's a lot of moving to do. Yeah. And then he called me and he was like, so you gonna come or what? Like, I have particular plans that will involve you if you'll come. And I remember I was annoyed because this was like the third apartment I was seeing or whatever the case may be. And, they try to like jerk me on the price, or it's not what they told me it was going to be. And I was like, you know what, F this. And the minute I like said F this, he called me and I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's come. He's like, I'll be there Thursday, 2 days from now, I'll be ready. And then that's how that happened. So you got to follow your path.
You have a lot of signs.
Yeah, seriously.
But the thing is, the reason why I tell these backstories is because we really all do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you put something out there, like, energy is a real thing. If you put something out there, and especially if you say it, the power of the tongue is probably the most neglected thing that, we like, that we fail to realize. You know what I mean? Like, if you say something, you really are putting that energy toward, whatever it is that you proclaim. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I'm saying, we all do. You know what I'm saying? So when people ask me like, oh, I want to like do this, I'm like, okay, you just took the first step. Now you got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you got to pay attention to what it is that's gonna kind of like push you in that direction, know? So that's why I tell these backstories, because I think I really like, and I know that other people that can attest to it, like, they have those signs as well. You just really just got to pay attention to it.